Hi, good morning. It's for me a pleasure to participate in this session honoring Caroline Hanson. I am especially grateful to Burkan Isgor for the invitation. I will talk about a model for corrosion initiation and propagation based on the resistivity, and it is my tribute to Caroline, and this is one of my present areas of research. The first I would like to show is this slide that has a photograph taken in Copenhagen in 1981, where Caroline is here and I am here. And there are other dear colleagues that were participating in this first workshop on corrosion of steel in concrete that was organized by Hans Arup, was the director of Force Institute at that moment. We can mention Jörf or Vennesland, that they have unfortunately passed away, Kyösti Tuuti, Peter Schissel that also passed away, or Hans that passed away. But I learned many things from them. This is the list of contents of my presentation. I will present some basics on the resistivity, the relation of resistivity with diffusivity and with corrosion rate, to end with the model. The motivation is to find a single parameter able to characterize durability and which can be used through a characteristic value in the same manner than for the strength, a simple method to rank the class of durability performance. For measuring resistivity, as it depends on the porosity, it's possible that if we place two electrodes in the sides of a disc of concrete, we will see that applying a voltage is going to circulate a current, and the ratio is the resistance. To have this resistance as a characteristic of the material is necessary to standardize by a geometry. If the geometry is regular, is cylindrical as this one, is the length, the distance between electrodes, and the cross-section area. And the shape factor, the geometric factor for the case of the 4 points method is the 2 pi and the distance of electrodes by the resistance. This 4 points is applied for infinite media. If we have a finite media, it's necessary to add a shape factor or a form factor that is taking into account the size and the shape of the specimen. In the case of the European standard, recently finalized as part 19 of the EN 12390, we use the same device for the direct method, the bulk method, and the surface method. And here is possible, is better, because separating the electrodes where the current is applied, that the external one, from those that measure the voltage, is making that independent. The polarization problems are avoided, and the European standard has the shape factors for different sizes of specimens. The resistivity is not constant. It depends on the degree of saturation. First, I will comment that it depends on the degree of saturation, of course, on the porosity, and we suggest to measure it at 28 days in the water-saturated concrete after wet curing. The resistivity is high when the concrete is dry, as is in this graph that is common, made by many other researchers, where we have resistivity and we have the degree of saturation, and has the lowest value depending on the porosity when it's saturated. And this dependence of the porosity can be modeled by a modification of Archie's law, that is plotted here, where the constant of Archie is substituted by the pore solution resistivity, that is the porosity, and by a factor, an exponential factor that I call tortuosity, because depends on the shape of this relation between dry and wet conditions. And the formation factor is precisely this term, is the porosity power to a value that depends on the pore size distribution. And if we take the formation factor as a number in itself, the relation between resistivity and the resistivity of the pore solution results linear, when really it is not linear. It follows a power law. In that case, it's much better to use this equation than to substitute this by a formation factor that may introduce errors in the calculation, because it's linear, the relation, when it is non-linear, the relation. The resistivity also changes with the age, and is illustrated here. We just register resistivity during time in fresh concrete, and it's possible to detect how the resistivity suddenly increases depending on the water-cement ratio. This identifies the setting time to reach some values that after increase with time, like the strength is increasing. We suggest to measure the resistivity at 28 days exactly as the strength. There is in fact a relation with the strength, and we plotted here a lot of concretes where we have checked the relation of resistivity with strength, and there is a big scatter because it depends very much on the type of cement. But if you have the same cement, the ratio and the scatter is much more reduced. The resistivity also has a relation to the diffusivity. This is the basis for the application of resistivity in the service life prediction. That was published, this relation, by Garbocci. Also Jason Weiss has published in this area, and I was publishing in '93 a paper that was asked by David Whiting, and also for a contribution to a Rayleigh committee, in which I illustrated, in the case of Einstein law, not only Einstein, I was also illustrating Nernst-Planck equation, but for Einstein law, for resistivity, that is here, there is this inverse relation between both parameters, that if they are plotted in a log axis, they, depending on the values, they will result in parallel lines depending on the K factor, that is a factor that depends on the chloride concentration. In that case, depending on the chloride concentration, this line that has -1 as a slope can be changed. But when we measure in a real diffusion test in concrete and we plot against the resistivity, we obtain as well a straight line in log representation, but the slope is not -1 in general. There is a factor there that I call it binding factor, the reaction factor, that depends on how much chlorides have been bound with the hydrated phase of the concrete. In that case, there is that relation, but the slope is not -1. The resistivity is also known that has a relation with the rapid chloride permeability test that was developed by David Whiting, and after was standardized in HTM as 1202. I was working with David Whiting before he passed away, and we published three papers, and in one of them we were studying the relation between this and the resistivity, and we published the relation for the coulombs, just thinking in the geometry of the device for the HTM or for the rapid chloride permeability test at that time. In that case, the relation rounding says that for coulombs being 1000, the limit value will be 200 ohms meter that is found, for instance, here in this plot of the result of the coulombs against the resistivity. And what about the corrosion rate? Because it's also important for the service life to have the propagation period. Well, this is what I knew more before entering in the relation between the diffusivity and resistivity. I was studying in my first my thesis and after the corrosion rate, and we noticed from the beginning that there is a relation between resistivity and corrosion rate that has in general an average value, an average slope that can be represented by this equation. That is a constant that the value is around 26 and that kilo ohms is millivolts. And that is repeated in all, if you have the same concrete. For instance, these are 3 specimens that have different degrees of saturation and with different porosities, and it's clear that the 3 follow this trend. In that case, we have now a relation between corrosion rate and resistivity. And that is very important, as we will see later when talking about the complete service life. But what remains is which is the relation between diffusivity and time and corrosion rate and time in order to have the service life. Okay, it was Einstein as well that with his concept of the ion random walk was establishing that for the ion to go an elementary step, that depends on the square root of the time. That means that diffusivity and time are related quadratically with this elementary step. And if we introduce that equation, that is square root equation, and we substitute the diffusivity by this expression, it's possible to have now a service life equation that is going to give us the depth of the aggressive penetration in function of a resistivity term and the time. Well, but this is not enough. As we were commenting, we know that resistivity is changing with age. Also, the chlorides bind with the hydrated phase, and they are depending on the amount of chlorides, on the chloride concentration. In that case, I developed 3 empirical factors that just by inverse analysis are shown in these tables. Several suggestions for using. They can be tested in each concrete, but also some theoretical values or obtained by inverse analysis with real cases we have developed for the aging factor in the increase of the resistivity, for the binding of chlorides, and also depending on the exposure class, the European exposure classes, in particular for chlorides, whether they are submerged, tidal, or atmospheric zones. And for the propagation model and time, well, that is we published many years ago this relation. There is a linear relation between the corrosion rate and the time, because the corrosion penetration is linearly progressing with the time. If we substitute this equation here, again similar to that of diffusivity in this equation, we obtain that expression in which we have as well an aging factor because of the resistivity increase, and also a degree of saturation factor depending on the tortuosity. But again is easy and simple conceptually. And just putting all together, we obtain the complete service life, initiation plus propagation from this equation and from this other equation, and the linear relations that they are linear but log-log in the 2 cases. And this is the expression that the main advantage is that uses the same key factor or key parameter for both, for initiation and for propagation. And a numerical resolution, a numerical example is using thinking in a cover depth of 4 centimeters, service life 100 years, with the cement type, the reaction factor, exposure class. In that case, we take the corresponding exposure factor and the aging depending on the type of cement, and we introduce in this equation and results that the value that could represent better, or the target value, the limiting value, will be 215 ohms per meter for this case, assuming the corresponding aging factor. And if we like to know which will be the corrosion rate and which will be the propagation period in that concrete, we have here the calculation for 100 microns as limiting value for corrosion penetration, and it results that will be 34 years. If it is pitting attack, it's 10 times less, because there is a relation between the uniform and the pitting attack of 10 times. And to end, for the producers of concrete, it's necessary to have as well a simple tool, and we suggest to use the calculation of the capillary porosity of the paste using Powers' equation, and the degree of saturation based, the degree of hydration based on the water-cement ratio. If we have the porosity of the paste, it's possible to have the porosity of the concrete by multiplying by the volumetric fraction of the paste in the concrete, and having the porosity of the concrete and assuming a tortuosity factor average of 2, and being the square, and an average value for the pore solution resistivity of 50 ohms per centimeter, or 0.5 ohms per meter, is possible to know the expected resistivity of the concrete. And this all together will give the final comments that electrical resistivity is an undestructive method that can be used very easily on site or in the lab, that can be used as in the coulombs using limiting values as an indicator, or can be introduced in this service life model for being more precise or having more details on the concrete. And to end, I would like to congratulate Caroline for have reached this moment, and wish her a nice step forward, because a lot of life remains for you, Caroline. And here I show another photo that I have with Caroline and Idor, Diamond, Arup, and Paige, all very dear colleagues from whom I learned very much. Thank you very much.